Matthew chapter 23. Then spake Jesus to the multitude and to his disciples, saying, The scribes and Pharisees sit in Moses' seat. All therefore whatsoever they bid you observe, that observe and do. But after their works do not, for they say and do not. For they bind heavy burdens and grievous to be borne, and lay them on men's shoulders, but they themselves will not move them with one of their fingers. All their works they do to be seen by men, for they make their phylacteries broad, and make long the fringes of their garments, and love the chief places at feasts, and to have the chief seats in the assemblies, and greetings in the markets, and to be called by men, Rabbi, Rabbi. But be ye not called Rabbi, for one is your doctor, to wit, Christ, and all ye are brethren. And call no man your father upon the earth, for there is but one, your Father which is in heaven. Be not called doctors, for one is your doctor, even Christ. But he that is greatest among you, let him be your servant. For whosoever will exalt himself shall be brought low, and whosoever will humble himself shall be exalted. Woe therefore be unto you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites, because ye shut up the kingdom of heaven before men. For ye yourselves go not in, neither suffer ye them that would enter to come in. Woe be to you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites, for ye devour widows' houses, even under a colour of long prayers, wherefore ye shall receive greater damnation. Woe be unto you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites, for ye compass sea and land to make one of your profession, and when he is made, ye make him twofold more the child of hell than you yourselves. Woe be unto you, blind guides, which say, Whosoever sweareth by the temple, it is nothing, but whosoever sweareth by the gold of the temple, he offendeth. Ye fools and blind, whether is greater, the gold, or the temple that sanctifieth the gold? And whosoever sweareth by the altar, it is nothing, but whosoever sweareth by the offering that is upon it, offendeth. Ye fools and blind, whether is greater, the offering or the altar which sanctifieth the offering? Whosoever therefore sweareth by the altar sweareth by it, and all things thereupon. And whosoever sweareth by the temple sweareth by it, and by him that dwelleth therein. And he that sweareth by heaven sweareth by the throne of God, and by him that sitteth thereon. Woe be to you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites, for ye tithe mint and anise and cumin, and leave the weightier matters of the law, as judgment and mercy and fidelity. These ought ye to have done, and not to left the other undone. Ye blind guides, which strain out a gnat and swallow a camel. Woe be to you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites, for ye make clean the other side of the cup and of the platter, but within they are full of bribery and excess. Thou blind Pharisee, cleanse first the inside of the cup and platter, that the outside of them may be clean also. Woe be to you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites, for ye are like unto whited tombs, which appear beautiful outward, but are within full of dead men's bones, and all filthiness. So are ye also. For outward ye appear righteous unto men, but within ye are full of hypocrisy and iniquity. Woe be unto you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites, for ye build the tombs of the prophets, and garnish the sepulchres of the righteous, and say, If we had been in the days of our fathers, we would not have been partners with them in the blood of the prophets. So then ye be witnesses unto yourselves, that ye are the children of them that murdered the prophets. Fulfill ye also the measure of your fathers. O serpents, the generation of vipers, how should ye escape the damnation of hell? Wherefore, behold, I send unto you prophets, and wise men, and scribes, and of them ye shall kill and crucify, and of them shall ye scourge in your synagogues, and persecute from city to city, that upon you may come all the righteous blood that was shed upon the earth, from the blood of Abel the righteous, unto the blood of Zechariah the son of Berechiah, whom ye slew between the temple and the altar. Verily I say unto you, all these things shall come upon this generation. Jerusalem, Jerusalem, which killest the prophets, and stonest them which are sent to thee. How often would I have gathered thy children together, as the hen gathereth her chickens under her wings, and ye would not. Behold, your habitation shall be left unto you desolate. For I say unto you, ye shall not see me henceforth, till that ye say, Blessed is he that cometh in the name of the Lord. Matthew chapter 24. And Jesus went out and departed from the temple, and his disciples came to him to show him the building of the temple. And Jesus said unto them, See ye not all these things? Verily I say unto you, there shall not be here left a stone upon a stone that shall not be cast down. And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, his disciples came unto him apart, saying, Tell us when these things shall be, and what sign shall be of thy coming, and of the end of the world. And Jesus answered and said unto them, Take heed that no man deceive you, for many shall come in my name, saying, I am the Christ, and shall deceive many. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For nation shall rise up against nation, and realm against realm, and there shall be famine, and pestilence, and earthquakes in divers places. All these are but the beginning of sorrows. Then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted, and shall kill you, and ye shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake. And then shall many be offended, and shall betray one another, and shall hate one another. And many false prophets shall arise, and shall deceive many. And because iniquity shall be increased, the love of many shall be cold. But he that endureth to the end, he shall be saved. And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached through the whole world, for a witness unto the nations. And then shall the end come. When ye therefore shall see the abomination of desolation, spoken of by Daniel the prophet, set in the holy place, let him that readeth consider it. Then let them which be in Judea flee into the mountains. Let him which is on the housetop not come down to fetch anything out of his house. And he that is in the field, let him not return back to fetch his clothes. And woe shall be to them that are with child, and to them that give suck in those days. But pray that your flight be not in winter, neither on the Sabbath day. For then shall be great tribulation, such as was not from the beginning of the world to this time, nor shall be. And except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved. But for the elect's sake those days shall be shortened. Then if any man shall say unto you, Lo, here is the Christ, or there, believe it not. For there shall rise false Christs and false prophets, and shall show great signs and wonders, so that if it were possible, they should deceive the very elect. Behold, I have told you before. Wherefore, if they shall say unto you, Behold, he is in the desert, go not forth. Behold, he is in secret places, believe it not. For as the lightning cometh out of the east, and is seen into the west, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. For wheresoever a dead carcass is, thither will the eagles be gathered together. And immediately after the tribulations of those days shall the sun be darkened, and the moon shall not give her light, and the stars shall fall from heaven, and the powers of heavens shall be shaken. And then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven. And then shall all kindreds of the earth mourn, and they shall see the Son of Man come in the clouds of heaven with power and great glory. And he shall send his angels with a great sound of a trumpet, and they shall gather together his elect from the four winds, and from one end of the heavens unto the other. Now learn the parable of the fig tree. When her bough is yet tender, and putteth forth leaves, ye know that summer is near. So likewise ye, when you see all these things, know that the kingdom of God is near, even at the doors. Verily I say unto you, this generation shall not pass till all these things be done. Heaven and earth shall pass away, but my words shall not pass away. But of that day and hour knoweth no man, no, not the angels of heaven, but my Father only. But as the days of Noah were, so likewise shall the coming of the Son of Man be. For as in the days before the flood, they did eat and drink, marry and give in marriage, unto the day that Noah entered into the ark, and knew nothing, till the flood came and took them all away, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. Then two shall be in the fields, the one shall be received, and the other shall be refused. 2 women shall be grinding at the mill, the one shall be received, and the other shall be refused. Watch, therefore, for you know not what hour your master will come. Of this be sure, that if the good man of the house knew at what watch the thief would come, he would surely watch and not suffer his house to be dug through. Therefore be ye also ready, for in the hour that ye think not will the Son of Man come. Who then is a faithful servant and wise, whom his master hath made ruler over his household, to give them meat in season? Blessed is that servant, whom his master, when he cometh, shall find so doing. Verily I say unto you, he shall make him ruler over all his goods. But if the evil servant shall say in his heart, My master doth defer his coming, and begin to smite his fellows, and to eat and to drink with the drunken, that servant's master will come in a day when he looketh not for him, and in an hour when he is not aware of, and will cut him off, and give him his portion with the hypocrites. There shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth. Matthew 25. Then the kingdom of heaven shall be likened unto 10 virgins, which took their lamps and went forth to meet the bridegroom. And 5 of them were wise, and 5 foolish. The foolish took their lamps, but took no oil with them. But the wise took oil in their vessels with their lamps. Now while the bridegroom tarried long, all slumbered and slept. And at midnight there was a cry made, Behold, the bridegroom cometh, go out to meet him. Then all those virgins arose and trimmed their lamps. And the foolish said to the wise, Give us of your oil, for our lamps are out. But the wise answered, saying, Not so, lest there will not be enough for us and you. But go ye rather to them that sell, and buy for yourselves. And while they went to buy, the bridegroom came. And they that were ready went in with him to the wedding, and the gate was shut. Afterwards came the other virgins, saying, Lord, Lord, open to us. But he answered and said, Verily I say unto you, I know you not. Watch therefore, for ye know neither the day nor the hour when the Son of Man will come. For the kingdom of heaven is as a man that going into a strange country, called his servants, and delivered to them his goods. And unto one he gave 5 talents, and to another 2, and to another 1, to every man after his own ability, and straightway went from home. Then he that had received the 5 talents went and occupied with them, and gained other 5 talents. Likewise also he that received 2, he also gained other 2. But he that received that 1 went and dug it in the earth, and hid his master's money. But after a long season the master of those servants came and reckoned with them. Then came he that had received the 5 talents, and brought other 5 talents, saying, Master, thou deliverest unto me 5 talents. Behold, I have gained with them other 5 talents. Then his master said unto him, It is well done, good and faithful servant. Thou hast been faithful in little, I will make thee ruler over much. Enter into thy master's joy. And he also that had received 2 talents came and said, Master, thou deliverest unto me 2 talents. Behold, I have gained 2 other talents more. His master said unto him, It is well done, good servant and faithful. Thou hast been faithful in little, I will make thee ruler over much. Enter into thy master's joy. Then he that had received the 1 talent came and said, Master, I knew that thou wast an hard man, which reapest where thou sowest not, and gatherest where thou strawest not. I was therefore afraid, and went and hid thy talent in the earth. Behold, thou hast thine own. And his master answered and said unto him, Thou evil servant, and slothful, thou knewest that I reap where I sowed not, and gathered where I strawed not? Thou oughtest therefore to have put my money to the exchangers, and then at my coming I should have received mine own with vantage. Take therefore the talent from him, and give it to him that hath 10 talents. For unto every man that hath it shall be given, and he shall have abundance. And from him that hath not, even that he hath shall be taken away. Cast therefore that unprofitable servant unto utter darkness. There shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth. And when the Son of Man cometh in his glory, and all the holy angels with him, then shall he sit upon the throne of his glory, and before him shall be gathered all nations, and he shall separate them one from another, as a shepherd separateth the sheep from the goats. And he shall set the sheep on his right hand, and the goats on the left. And then shall the king say to them on his right hand, Come, ye blessed of my Father, take the inheritance of the kingdom prepared for you from the foundation of the world. For I was an hungered, and ye gave me meat. I thirsted, and ye gave me drink. I was a stranger, and ye took me in unto you. I was naked, and ye clothed me. I was sick, and ye visited me. I was in prison, and ye came unto me. Then shall the righteous answer him, saying, Lord, when saw we thee hungered, and fed thee, or athirst, and gave thee drink? And when saw we thee a stranger, and took thee in unto us, or naked, and clothed thee? Or when saw we thee sick, or in prison, and came unto thee? And the king shall answer, and say unto them, Verily I say unto you, inasmuch as ye have done it unto one of the least of these my brethren, ye have done it to me. Then shall he say to them on the left hand, Depart from me, ye cursed, into everlasting fire, which is prepared for the devil and his angels. For I was hungered, and ye gave me no meat. I thirsted, and ye gave me no drink. I was a stranger, and ye took me not unto you. I was naked, and ye clothed me not, sick and in prison, and ye visited me not. Then shall they also answer him, saying, Lord, when saw we thee an hungered, or athirst, or a stranger, or naked, or sick, or in prison, and did not minister unto thee? Then shall he answer them and say, Verily I say unto you, inasmuch as ye did it not to one of the least of these, ye did it not to me. And these shall go into everlasting pain, and the righteous into life eternal.